So they fled Kyiv just days before the Russian invasion, but they didn't flee the country. American Joe Reimers and his Ukrainian wife, Dasha, went west to Lviv, where they're now helping refugees find places to stay, and they both join me now. Hello to both of you. I'm so glad to see you both. Joe will be speaking since I understand Dasha's concerned about her English, but please, if you have something to say, Dasha, feel free to jump right in. This is your platform and your time to say whatever you want. So again, we're grateful that you're joining us. Joe, you just got married in
Thank you.
June after living in Ukraine for 4 years now. Did you ever imagine something like this would happen?
No, and I guess that's one of the many privileges of being an American, right? Is big problems like this are always things that happen in other countries. And then I moved to one of those countries and now we're here. But yeah, and all the reading we did about the first year of marriage, this wasn't something we were prepared for.
Yeah. So Dasha, let's try this and just see. How are you doing?
Yeah. Mm, depends. Sometimes sad, sometimes angry. We're trying to do something just for not to think about my family all the time, but yeah, we're doing okay here.
Yeah, I would imagine it's tough. Your life has been upended in the last 2 weeks. Joe, how did you have the foresight to really get out of Kyiv? What happened?
I think, honestly, we can't even really say it was our foresight. We felt like we had the opportunity to go, and the reports were getting more concerning. And my parents in America, I think, were very concerned about it, and so we still, and also Dasha's family was in Mariupol. Her 13-year-old sister was there, and we were more concerned about what would happen in that part of the country. And so we had an opportunity, we thought, to have her sister come to us, so she would be away from anything that might happen there. And so that, and also maybe helping my parents to sleep a little better at night, we decided to come, and now obviously we're thankful that we did.
Yeah, but do you feel safer there? But it's still, I mean, Lviv is, there's trouble there, and you're not in complete safety even there, Joe.
Yeah, that's all a guessing game, and it depends on what we read. One day I'll be sure that there's no way Putin will try to expand the war this far west in the country. Other days you're not so sure about that, but we feel that we're safe here for now. We feel that we're able to do some important work while we're here, and so for now we've made the decision to stay.
You are both living in Lviv along with Dasha's sister and brother, 18, and therefore cannot leave the country. I understand that you haven't left Ukraine in part because you want to stay with them. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. So as probably a lot of your viewers know, men from 18 to 60 can't leave the country right now unless they have 3 or more kids, or I think there are some really narrow medical exceptions to that. And so we didn't want to leave him here. With Dasha's family also in Mariupol, we didn't feel right leaving. And then once we got here to Lviv, like I said, we felt like there were things that we could do here, and we felt that the situation here was safe, at least for the time being.
Dasha, how's your family doing?
They are hiding in the church basement for the last 9 days now, and there's no water, gas, electricity in the city. Of course, Russian soldiers won't, не пускают в город.
They're not letting them evacuate the city.
Yeah, and also they won't let someone else to bring humanitarian help. So they were prepared for that, from what we understand, and they had enough food and water for themselves. But then people started coming to the church, and there are more than 20 of them there now. So we talk rarely. The connection is very bad there. So I don't know.
They didn't evacuate because they had to take care of your grandmother. Is that right?
Yeah, their first idea was not to leave because they have to take care of her. And now seems like they found a thing to do there. So they have a lot of people they feel responsible for. And plus now they don't even have the ability to leave, even if they would want to.
How long do you think they can hold
Yeah,
out
well,
with
her-
Joe or Dasha? How long do you think they can hold out, in hiding under the circumstances?
That's hard for us to know because cell service is so limited there right now. We talked to Dasha's dad very briefly yesterday morning, and that was the first time we'd been able to get any communication from them for about 2.5 days before that. And we also know that when we talk to them, they're doing their best not to scare their children about what the situation is really like there. So we don't know a lot of specifics about how much supplies they have. I remember not this last time, but the time before when we talked to them, Dasha's dad said, we have a better basement than a lot of people here in the city, so we can't complain. And so he's, most of the family is staying there in the basement, but he works with an organization that cares for the elderly and widows in their city. And so he's been going around, from what we understand, to deliver them food and supplies. And from what we understand, he won't leave until all of those women are able to leave. And many of them are, live in their beds. They're not able to really walk on their own. And so it would take some kind of mass evacuation, we think, to get them out, which so far hasn't been possible.
Let's talk a little bit more, because I was looking at my notes, and you told my team that almost everyone is involved in the war effort. And our reporters have seen people setting up roadblocks, women making camouflage netting, people taking up arms, even civilians making Molotov cocktails. And I understand that you both have been helping refugees find places to stay. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So when we came here, we were in a situation where we were in a city that we had only traveled to a couple of times briefly and didn't know where to stay. And thankfully we got here early enough that we were kind of able to learn our way around the city a little bit. And Dasha has an aunt and an uncle and cousins who live here, and so she got pretty connected with the community here. And she started doing a lot of things, but one thing she did is she kind of made a directory of places all around Ukraine that are taking in displaced people and refugees, phone numbers they can call, and so started kind of connecting people we know, and contacts with people we know in Kyiv or other places in the country who have fled here, and helping them find a place to stay. Because, as I'm sure you've heard, the western part of the country here is just overwhelmed with displaced people.
Dasha, what do you want people to know about you, your family, your country?
I was thinking about it. It's interesting because you never want to be this person people are watching on TV and feel pity for, right? And we are the same people. We had normal life here. We were happy, and we just want this to come back. We just want this back. So I don't know if you can help us somehow. We'll be grateful.
Dasha, Joe, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You guys be safe, okay?
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you very much.